you were a bankrupt billionaire.
Aircel, in fact, has approached the court for insolvency and bankruptcy.
It's unlikely now that the company will be acquired by Reliance Communications.
So at what age did you become a billionaire?
32.
32. Oh wow. How much money you have made so far in your career?
I have made 14,000 crore after paying taxes and I lost all of them. Now I am restarting. Now my aim is to build within the next 5 years $8 billion, and before my death I want to build 20 billion. I want to donate all the money and die without money.
Okay.
I made more than 200 trips in economy. Then I went to business class. Then I bought my own plane.
How much did you buy your plane for?
700 crore.
Oh wow. 2018, the CBI booked some of your firms for a 600 crore loan default case involving IDBI Bank. Cyrus Mistry accused Tata Group of favoring you in the business. So what's your side of the story? And
I will put the facts straight. I was a great friend of Ratan Tata. People may say, Siva, you lost 3,000 crore in that. The shares become zero. I did it with the intention of helping my good friend Mr. Ratan Tata.
What's the most memorable interaction you've had with Mr. Ratan Tata?
10 days before his death, he made a call to me and he said, I am in the garden with no energy. I am not able to stand. I am not able to walk. My eyes were with water.
What are like one or two things that you have learned from him?
I have never learned anything from him. You know, I am a very pure, commercial, selfish businessman.
Can you suggest 2 or 3 actions that we should do so that we can also like improve in our lives?
What I am going to tell will help the entire 5 billion people in the world to improve.
वीडियो देखने से पहले मेरी एक रिक्वेस्ट है आप सबसे. मैं YouTube एनालिटिक्स देख रहा था एंड वहां पर देखा कि 82.6% ऑफ माय ऑडियंस हु इज वाचिंग दिस कंटेंट हैज नॉट सब्सक्राइब टू द चैनल. अगर मैंने आपको थोड़ी सी वैल्यू प्रोवाइड की होगी एंड आपको अगर कंटेंट बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है, आई रिक्वेस्ट ऑल ऑफ यू टू प्लीज हिट द सब्सक्राइब बटन सो दैट वी कैन ब्रिंग यू द बेस्ट क्वालिटी ऑफ गेस्ट एंड गिव यू द मैक्सिमम वैल्यू पॉसिबल. थैंक यू सो मच फॉर सब्सक्राइबिंग टू आवर चैनल एंड एंजॉय दिस एंटायर एपिसोड ऑफ कॉन्वर्सेशन विद कुशल. सो हाउ लॉन्ग you've been staying in Mumbai?
Last 3 days.
Okay. And where are you staying?
Fairmont, Mittal. We have
Mhm.
signed a contract with them to do our healthcation. So I stay in the presidential suite of the Fairmont.
Oh, okay. This is the new one near the
Yeah,
airport?
new one, 6-star.
6-star?
Yeah.
Okay.
That is how the owner calls.
Okay. But in India, I think there are only 5, like up to 5-star hotels, right? And Dubai has 7-star, right?
No, if Dubai has got 7 and India has got 5, you add 12. So each chose a 6-star. Divided.
And what's the cost of a presidential suite there?
The cost for the public is about 11 lakhs
11 lakhs per night?
per night.
Okay.
But I am paying only 1 lakh per
Mhm.
night.
Okay. Okay. Because you know the owner.
No, I know how to negotiate. In life, you only get what you negotiate.
Hmm.
You don't get what you deserve. So people, especially Gen Z people, make mistake. They will get what they deserve. No one gets what they deserve. They get what they negotiate, what they aspire, what they set it as a goal, and when they work for that, they get.
How much money you have made so far in your career?
I have made 14,000 crore after paying taxes and everything. And I lost all of them. Now I am restarting. So I will be a resilience king. The future generation can quote me. Okay. And say, now my aim is to build within the next 5 years $8 billion. And before my death, I want to build 20 billion. And before my death, I want to donate all the money and die without money.
Okay. So you said that you made 14,000 crores and you lost all of it and now you want to bounce back again. So again, like what's the framework of making such a huge wealth? So all the viewers who are watching this, how can we at least start off with a mindset that 100 crore banana hai, and then how to proceed?
First, set a goal. Okay. Then you control only direction. What is the direction you want to go? Then what is the speed? Number of years you want to achieve. You can actually say you set a goal, put a sub goal, you want to achieve this 100 crore in 5 years. Then from 100 crore to 1,000 crore in the next 3 years. Like that. Okay. And if you are worried that other people will laugh, don't tell them.
Had you set a goal that you wanted to make 14,000 crores or you wanted to become a
No,
billionaire?
I set a goal for 40,000 crore.
Okay.
See, I am not constipated in mind. I had occasional constipation in my stomach. I took isabgol 5 grams a day, then that constipation went away. You take vegetables like broccoli, cauliflower, okay, then eat good vegetarian food and don't eat rice too much. Then your body works okay. First thing is you become adaptable. There is a Darwin theory which says the large animals don't win, the small animals don't win, the fast animal doesn't win, the slow animal doesn't win. Okay, the animals who are adaptable, okay, they win. And humans are social animals. They are very adaptable. If you start practicing adaptability, okay, you win. So you set a goal, you become adaptable, then learn these 4 words very deeply. Customer, figure out who is your customer. Anyone can be your customer. And don't worry whether your customer is intelligent. He is important. Whether he is intelligent or not intelligent, don't worry. But he is important. Then don't do any business if there is no profit. Because profit is not only required for you, for growth of your business and to reinvest into the business, you need profit. Then, once you are in business, it is like eating breakfast with a tiger. Even I am worried about my competition. That my business will be taken over by all the big corporates like Reliance or Tata's or Adani's. Okay, or other bigger corporate hospitals. Actually, in my business, I am not really worried about the big corporate hospitals because they are biryani sellers. If they make vegetarian food, will a true Jain or a Marwadi or a South Indian Brahmin will go and eat idli dosa in a non-vegetarian shop? No. So, the bigger hospitals are not my worry. The doctors are not my worry because in no medical colleges they have taught wellness to them. And even if they teach, they are not going to practice. So that is not my worry. I myself worried about my competition. So going back for Gen Z advice, first try to focus on your customer, profit, and competitors. The fourth one, you need to have enough passion and love to focus. That is why I told you that they should avoid a distraction.
That's an interesting one. I'd like to discuss 2-3 anecdotes from your journey, and while I was studying, I think I found them quite interesting. The first one which I wanted to discuss was that the Tata Teleservices investment that you did was fascinating. You got shares at rupees 17, then Temasek got them at rupees 26 2 weeks later, which is like a rupees 468 crore profit on paper. And Cyrus Mistry, there were reports which stated that Cyrus Mistry accused Tata Group of favoring you in the business. So what's your side of the story? And
I will put the facts straight. The finance director of Tata Group called me and said, Siva, you please buy shares. And I told them, I am not having money. I had only 200 crores at that time. So they told me they will lend me 600 crores from their own company. And I bought the shares. Then they came back and asked me, Siva, you need to return that money. I said, in the beginning itself, I invested with 2 conditions. One condition is that I have only 200 crores. You want some 835 crores? You should. And second, that shares has to be guaranteed. Because I never invested in my life in any other company. Can you do deep research and figure out, is there any other company other than my own company I invest? I am an entrepreneur. Will I invest on my own company or will I invest in somebody else's company? So they said, yes, you please take the Standard Chartered Bank loan and repay. We are guaranteeing them that in case you don't pay, we have a guarantee of your shares, we will pay. So we got a Standard Chartered Bank loan and repaid the shares. Up to this, your viewers will understand. Two things I want your viewers to understand. These shares were guaranteed by Tata Group. That's why I invested in that company. Then I was a very telecom entrepreneur, successful entrepreneur at that time. So Temasek came back and invested at a higher price. They are professional investors. I think like this. They gave me a discount. At the same discount, what the people don't know is the name you mentioned. What is the name?
Cyrus Mistry.
Cyrus Mistry's company is also invested. Then the valuation of my shares become 3,000 crore. Later it becomes zero. Can you believe Tata company lost 28,000 crore in that company? And poor investor C.sivasankran lost 3,000 crore in Tata company. The story doesn't end. Ratan Tata is fully aware. The finance director is aware. Then you may ask, where is the proof that Tata's guarantee? You look at Tata Sons balance sheet. There will be a column which said that 600 crore is guaranteed for this TTHL share with Standard Chartered Bank. They showed. Why this is important? 3 years later, the finance director called. In our balance sheet, this name is coming. So please pay it off. So that our name doesn't come. So I helped for that also. But the implied guarantee by Tata Group for their own TTSL share remains there. Okay, I was not arrogant to ask them put it in writing. I am a chota wala, small South Indian guy from Chennai. And Tata Group is an 100-year established company. They won't try to mismanage a small guy like me. Today, also I value Tata Group for their high integrity and their innovation and the leadership and the contribution to India. See, Tata Group, like other commercial companies, is not just a company. It is an asset and jewel of India. So I have no issues with them. I still maintain the same respect for them. Then Mr. Mistry unnecessarily brought me to the picture. And then he has got very good contacts in SIFO. He made a petition. He told Skuru Siva. So SIFO screwed me. Okay? How? In ILFS case, they said I made money with a flat which I have not bought. The ILFS company recently, their own statement, they went and filed in NCLT that we never signed a contract or registered this apartment. The apartment is still with them. I made a settlement, OTS settlement now with them. And they are filed in the court as a show notes. I will send that paper. You please publish it with that. Where they are saying that one of my company has not bought the apartment. So if I have not bought the apartment, I could not have made profit. It's as simple as that. How can you make a profit in an villa, 2 villas in Hyderabad, which we have not registered, we have not handed over. We paid 5 crore money. The money is still lying with them for last 8 years with the interest and everything. So we never made money. We got a case on that. Of course, India has got the best legal system. So I will be discharged. But in any case, coming back to Tata's story, his acquisition was balanced motivated and to damage Tata Group, which he himself was the chairman. And the only company they made such a huge loss is Telecom. Is a non-intended consequences of so many issues. So I don't blame Tatas. They will be in my memory, my fond memory, for a lot of times. I was a great friend and a good friend of Ratan Tata. Okay, and I'm proud of that. People may say, Siva, you lost 3,000 crore in that. The shares become zero. Okay. That is one of my failures also. And my father and mother begged me to not to invest. That is the only incident in my life where I have never listened to my parents. Okay. In fact, my good friend, Mr. S. Gurumurthy, he told me, Siva, you should invest in your own company. Why are you investing in others' company? I should have taken his advice also. I regret that I have not taken my parents' advice. I have not taken Mr. S. Gurumurthy's advice. It was one of the foolishness I did in my life. But I did it with the intention of helping my good friend Mr. Ratan Tata. That investment was made. And it was based on the decision put. I did one more mistake. Tata Group, when they help other companies, they don't ask their promoters or their friends to give a personal guarantee. In my case, the Ratan Tata requested me once to give a personal guarantee for a 100 crore loan. So I gave a personal guarantee and I returned that 100 crore. But it became a precedent. So the people inside the Tata Group, for everything they took my personal guarantee. And I valued my friendship with Ratan Tata much more than my relationship with the Tata Group company. See, Tata Group company is a separate entity. Ratan Tata is a separate entity. To maintain my good relationship with Mr. Ratan Tata, I need to sign for every damn thing. Everything I signed as a personal guarantee. And they are also aware I am not even worth at that time. I was undergoing all my problems. Okay. It is like asking a street beggar to write a 100 crore guarantee. He will happily sign because he doesn't have money to protect it. No? So he signed. And then I filed bankruptcy. Tata Group was nice. When I filed bankruptcy, they should have put the claim, So I asked them to put the claim. They said Siva doesn't own. They said it is not matured or whatever. It is a thing. Now, of course, they may ask, I may have to file my second bankruptcy like Donald Trump, the present US president, has filed 3 times bankruptcy. Mine will be the second time. That is a sad story. But to correct it, the Mistry, what is the
Cyrus Mistry.
Cyrus Mistry is 100% wrong in accusing Tata Group. And he is also very unhappy that a South Indian was chosen as the chairman of Tata Sons. But look what Mr. Chandra has done to Tata Group. The group has grown in net worth, value, troubled times. What a leadership he has provided to Tata Group. Okay. So these are things I am no longer worried about it.
What's the most memorable interaction or last interaction you've had with Mr. Ratan Tata?
10 days before his death, he made a call to me. And he said, I am in the garden with no energy. I am not able to stand. I am not able to walk. It pained me to hear that. My eyes were with water. And then that was the last conversation. 10 days later, it was dead. I went to say a final goodbye to him. I also went for the birthday to celebrate. Okay. I made good memories with him. We traveled to 40 countries, spent a lot of time together. We had lot more dinner with Ratan Tata than anyone I had. other than my family members and my wife. I had many dinners, many breakfasts. Okay. I had a good time with him.
How did the friendship start?
It all started suddenly from Singapore. Met him in front of the Ritz-Carlton Hotel and developed it.
So
It's a natural phenomenon.
How was the first meeting? How did you
First meeting was good, cautious, bit apprehensive. But when he liked me, he invited me to address the entire group CEOs in the boardroom. Then I had several meetings every day. He was very nice to me. I am privileged that I met in my life.
And what are like one or two things that you have learned from him which you apply in your day-to-day life as well?
I have never learned anything from him because he is too much of a person who want to build India, do good thing. I am a very pure commercial, selfish businessman. Okay. I don't do anything if I don't see a return. I follow Newton's third law. For every action, there should be an opposite and equal reaction. So any activity I do, I am looking for the outcome. Ratan Tata is a man who will do everything without looking for an outcome personally for him. He doesn't practice selfishness. As a result, he suffered the last 10 years of his life. In that way, Ratan Tata is not a good example. I told him 10 years back itself to him that he should focus on stability. I told him if you lose your stability, you will lose your mobility and endurance. And he exactly lost his stability, mobility, and endurance. Like most of the Jains and most of the Marwadis and most of the vegetarian people and non-vegetarian people. Or let me put it like this. In India, whether people live 80 or 90, look at the last 10 years. They suffer and die.
So you're saying most of the Jains suffer in the last 10 years?
Yeah. Not only Jains. Then Jain community will be against me. And I am looking to do business with Jain community. So I'm talking about any community. See, Hindus, when I criticize, they won't get upset. I'm also a Hindu. Hindus have got a lot of tolerance. Look at Tamil Nadu. Everybody will talk against Hindus. But Hindus will vote for them. Okay. So it is like this politics. But in India generally, okay, last 10 years of the people, they suffer and die. And I want to remove that. So I want all Gen Zs to think that if apple falls, it will touch the ground. It is applicable for your tree and my tree and for everybody's tree. So make sure you fix your health now. So at the age of 65, you will have muscle to donate 3% every year. At the age of 75, you will have stability, mobility, and endurance. At the age of 85, you don't need to start suffering and die at 95. So it goes well with my philosophy. Live younger, live longer. At the age of 95 also, die younger. That is my concept. If you like it, you follow. Otherwise, you suffer for 10 years and die. It's left to you. See, what happens when you fall? You will hit your head or shoulder or hip, any part of your body. But don't worry. Any hospital will save you. But after you come home, you will live an average age of only 3 years. So the best thing is not to fall. So the best thing is to train yourself for stability. So my concept is prevention is better than falling.
Right. I'll take you back to another incident. So I was just reading in 2018, the CBI booked some of your firms for a 600 crore loan default case involving IDBI Bank, and there were some companies which had taken a 530 crore loan in 2014, which turned non-performing. So what exactly happened here? And there's a accusation where senior bankers were accused of colluding to not follow the due procedures. So what went wrong?
First thing, I want to put this at the record right. Sivasankaran is not a director, he is not a shareholder, he is not a guarantor of that loan. Second thing, I want to put it in record, it was borrowed at the request of IDBI in Dubai against the shares at that time of TTSL, which is a Tata company. So no one can accuse that they have pledged somebody's share. What is the mistake I have done to be included in the charge sheet is, I always get into the problem with the Tamilians, especially when they become chairman. Unfortunately, the IDBI chairman was a Tamilian, his name is Raghavan. He is so honest person, he will not accept a tea also from anybody. The government of India is fully aware of that. That is why the Chief Vigilance Officer has not given permission to prosecute IDBI officials. Still the CBI went and prosecuted, and they filed a IPC 420 case in a court in Egmore against the IDBI people. The case is in Supreme Court. I strongly believe the Supreme Court will give a justice, and then I don't want to discuss a case while the case is in Supreme Court, but I will give you the relevant facts. Whatever money was borrowed, it was borrowed with the intention of paying back to IDBI to strengthen their balance sheet as per the request of the IDBI chairman. So why I came into that case? It's very interesting. He made a phone call and he could have spoken in English. He spoke in Tamil to me. Siva, I want you to come and see me in the office. This is regarding that. Since you are an ethical person, please come. That is the only mistake I done. If I have not visited that IDBI, then I came. But in all fairness to CBI, in the charge sheet that they mentioned, they clearly mentioned at the request of the chairman only Sivasankaran met. Other than that, I have nothing to do with the case. But I was humiliated, tortured, suffered, mental pain. Okay, last 10 years. Okay. And I was not having money to pay to lawyers. So some of good lawyers said, we will defend your case. Okay. And we are fighting. With a hope, someday I will get justice.
So as of now, are there how many cases are still ongoing?
I stopped counting, but I have only 4 criminal cases. 1 case by CBI, 1 case by SIFO, where I made profit with an apartment that I have not bought. Okay. And the accusation was that I invited the ILFS guys, the acting at the time chairman, okay, for my son's marriage. If that is the offense, nowadays all industrialists conduct their marriages so well, and they take pride in showing TV that all officials come, chief ministers come, prime ministers come. That is also will be an offense to go and visit the temple. Then there is an offense that I had a dinner at their invitation and they paid for the dinner. Okay. These are all, I think, the courts will be able to judge and give me a fair judgment. So other than that, I don't want to say anything.
Yeah. So there is not a single individual who has put a case against you. There's always been an institution.
No, in the last 68 years, other than these 4 cases, I don't have any other case. And because in India, if a CBI files a case, ED also will file a case. Okay. But the good thing is in all the 4 cases, Sivasankaran has not taken 1 rupee from IDBI. They have a forensic audit which said that Sivasankaran has not touched 1 rupee. Sivasankaran has not taken 1 rupee from ILFS. Mine is the first case in the history of India after independence. They themselves say I have not taken 1 rupee, but only they know better why they included me in all the cases. But our legal system is so strong and no bias, so I will come out and do my business.
And after the Aircel story, you also jumped back in with another company during the 2G spectrum era, and you even offered more than rupees 6,000 crores to the government to avoid the pitfalls. What was the entire thought process?
You see, there is a saying in English, don't shoot in your own leg. I was, with all the enthusiasm, wrote the letter. As a result, this 2G scam came. And what happened, they cancelled my license. I was not a party in front of the Supreme Court. Now Supreme Court is entertaining. We have filed a case in Supreme Court for justice. And I will get a justice. We lost 4,000 crore in that. Okay. We hope one day we will get the compensation.
How did you lose 4,000 crores?
Because Estel was my company and they cancelled the license. And I need to repay to the other shareholders and the losses we incurred and the money we invested. So that started my financial collapse in 2014. But retrospectively thinking, would I have done if I would have known all these issues? If I would not be a whistleblower for the 2G scam, I would not have suffered. But I think I would have still done. I'm a strong-headed guy. And what is fair and ethical, I will continue to do. Maybe that particular influence I learned from Mr. Ratan Tata. No, if you are strong in your belief system, fight. So I fought.
So you were the one who exposed the 2G scam that happened.
Not only that, the CAG published a book. In that he has clearly written, it is because of Estel only they came to know and investigate.
And what was the total quantum of the licenses or the scandal?
I don't remember the numbers and I don't want to go into specifics.
Got it.
See, as I told you in the initial conversation, these are the things that I want to forget. And these are distractions to me. And I want to keep away from the distraction to achieve what is good for India, health and wealth building for the country and for the people, which includes me.
Right.
And when I practice selfishness in building health and wealth for Indians, I will also be benefited.
Right.
And when people live longer, they pay me longer, which makes me rich. They become a valuable customer for me.
So before we discuss the mental health aspect, which is also one of the most interesting one, I just wanted to discuss. So in 1996-97, you basically quietly amassed over 10% of Bharti Telecom, and you had demanded a board seat, which like Sunil Mittal had refused.
Sunil Mittal was powerful. He used a political influence. If I have not sold that, not 10-20%, I got 20%. That shares will be worth now 80,000 crore, and I sold it for a paltry sum of 175 crore. That also Sunil Mittal took a long time to pay. And then I asked for interest. Sunil Mittal said, your finance people has not asked me to pay interest. They should have told me and put it in the agreement. So after a long time, I got back my money. It is not Sunil Mittal's mistake. Okay. See, when a lion attacks the deer, it is always a deer's mistake. Nobody finds fault with the lion to attack a deer. The deer should have the skill to run away. And I was a deer and I was not having a high-speed running skill. So the lion hit me.
At that time, how many telecom companies were
there? I don't remember. That is a old story. So forget it. In fact, Financial Express at that time wrote an article supporting me, said if I have a shares, he should register. He refused to register.
Got it.
I also owned 32% of UB Limited. But I sold it to Vijay Mallaya when he asked me that you have no interest in liquor business, sell it back. But if I have not sold that, I would have made 4,000 crore in that. So these are all the mistakes I made. I used to own HFCL also, Mahendra Nataji's company. I sold it. He asked me to sell in the market for 80 crore. After 3 days, it went to 800 crores. So I lost the money.
3 days, 10x.
Just 3 days. See, at that time, Congress was in power. So you can do all the manipulations. I won't say it is Congress who manipulated. Okay. The rules were not this strict. Now everything is digital. So you have a trace. I sold it for 80 crores. 3 days later, it went to 800 crores. I believed that God is not kind to me at that time. But now I believe God is extra kind to me. So it's a difference. See, forget about this. To quote a small example, I was living in Fremont, California. Netflix people came to sell 35% of the company for $30 million to me. At that time, they were putting only video cassettes exchange. And I had more than $80 million in my account. And I could have easily bought it. My team said, we can't buy a video cassette companies. We never thought that they will become so big. We were stupid. We have not believed that it can happen. If I was lucky, and if I would have bought 35%, and I continue to be lucky, not have sold the shares, okay, today I will be worth minimum 20 billion. Okay. So these are past mistake, missed opportunities. You call it luck or fate. Because success itself is defined as skill plus luck. By a guy who got a Nobel Prize in psychology. And great success is 30% more skill and tons of luck. So I believe in future I will have that skill plus that skill, and I will also borrow skill, and I will borrow time by paying money, and then will get tons of luck. Then I will come for a podcast which will be interesting, how I made my 10 billion by coming back.
What was the first money success that you tasted? How old were you back then? And what had happened?
I was 23 years old when I success tasted, which is only 12,000 rupees, sitting in Institution of Engineers, office in Chennai. And I did a fabricated grill and supplied to them and made my money. I felt so happy. That happiness I never got when I made 1,000 crore also.
And then, what happened?
You should always try to get success in small matters. In fact, in whole life, small things gives you more happiness. So figure out 10 things which makes you happy. Okay. And start repeat it many times. You will get happy. But the same thing don't do more, because the law of diminishing marginal utility will come. See, you like a jalebi, halwa and laddu, for example. Try to take 1 spoon of laddu only. Then go to halwa. Because if you continue with laddu, the second spoon of laddu will give you less happiness.
Yeah.
And that happiness is equal to the same happiness what you will get out of making 100 crores also. The happiness differentiator is not there.
How did you make your first 100 crores, by the way?
No, I was lucky. I never imagined to make first 100 crore. Okay. I sold one of my company. So I made a lot of money.
$105 million, right?
Yeah.
And what exactly had happened? Like, how did you sell it to the SR Group for $105 million?
No.
What happened?
It's not I sold to SR Group. I met Shashi Duya in a flight. He was more smarter, more intelligent, and more experienced than me. So he took a piece of paper and he wrote a deal for 1,000 crore and gave it to me. And SR Group honored it. I'm very happy with them. But Ravi Duya never believed that telecom company can be sold for 60,000 crore till he got the 60,000 crore. I am okay with that. See, there is something called art of belief. When you believe in, it happens. See, if you believe in you, that you want to acquire, somehow it helps you. People call that as law of attraction, of law of success, or whatever law. I am okay with that. You believe in yourself, you always win.
So how was your flight conversation with him? How did you convince him for
I have not convinced. He convinced me.
How did he convince you?
Because I only told him what I am planning to do. And he told me that, look, you may not have the skills because you require capital. And why you are taking risk? You are a South Indian. So I said, okay, he is from Bombay. People can take risk. And I was attracted with the figure he offered me. So we closed the deal.
And do you think it was fairly valued?
You see, fairness is a different subject. In life, nothing is fair. And expecting a fairness in love, war, and business, I call that a stupidity. How can it be fair to the fish which I catch and eat? Okay. You can't be fair in business. See, for example, in business throughout the world, people use deception. Okay. Is deception fair? No. But is deception is a part of business? Yes. See, some people may not agree that deception is not part of business. So you go to a customer and say, the price I bought it is only 80 rupees. Now you need it, because of that I am selling you for 1,000 rupees. Okay. People may call this transparent. Okay, but still it is deception, you know. While business is defined as busy with an activity, I will include deception as a part of business.
And after selling this for $105 million, so how?
Not $105 million. We sold it for, those days dollar is cheaper. We sold it for 1,000 crore.
Okay. So, how, I mean, news articles mentioned $105 million.
News articles will mention, see, I am not a director, I am not a shareholder, I am not a guarantor. Okay. But all newspapers mentioned 10 years back that I cheated 6,000 crore. How can I cheat a company where I am not even a shareholder? And most of it were guarantees. So those companies were run by professional people. Okay. When CBI raided, when ED raided, all my employees said everything only Siva said. Okay. In fact, employees who have not met me, okay, CBI questioned them. They said, I have not met Siva, but my boss has specifically told that C.sivasankran has said. See, when All these people come out of fear. See, one more thing the Gen Zs should overcome is fear if they want to win. And they should accept this is a cost of doing business. See, there is a big advantage when you do a big business and small business. Both don't need to follow any rules. See, what is the advantage of big business? They catch you red-handed, they give you so many documents. After so much of investigations, they will say you have not done any mistake. The same thing applies in small business also. The people who are always caught is between small business and bigger business. But we should not worry about it. Because when you have a problem, when you are doing in the middle, you should always think one day you will also become bigger and you will enjoy that. It is like going in a plane in economy. I made more than 200 trips in economy. I always said someday I will go in business class. Then I went to business class. Then I saw first class people going. Then I said to myself, look, one day I will go in business class. So I went in business class. Then I bought my own plane. Then all class same. Okay. So sometimes in life, hope is very important. You visualize your victory in advance. Gen Z people should practice. Without telling anyone, go to your room, sit, take a deep breath, visualize your victory in present tense, as if you are won, as if you have the best apartment in Worli. Okay, you have a driver with the uniform. And if you are more creative, think of some helicopters also. That you go to airport in helicopter.
How much did you buy your plane for?
My plane all costed 700 crore.
Oh, wow.
See, when you have money, the cost is not a matter. Gen Zs, can I explain to them one thing?
Sure.
Don't worry about any damn price. Whether the room costs 15,000 or 10 lakhs does not matter. What matters is, can you afford? Many people confuse whether the price is cheaper. It is stupidity. A 1,000 crore apartment, if it is sold to you for 600 crore and you cannot afford it, how does it matter to you?
Right.
So what is important? Price or affordability?
Affordability.
Affordability. If you can afford, price does not matter. If you cannot afford, everything matters.
It's so true. So you bought your plane for 700 crores?
No, my plane buying is not important. Your question should be, when will I buy a new plane?
Yeah, when will I buy a new plane?
I buy or you buy. Both of us can buy in 2030. You work for 5 years, you buy a plane.
What are the top 5 most expensive purchases of your life?
Islands. Okay, houses in countries. I bought MGM house in California. I bought the number 1 best awarded house in Canada. I bought a house in London, which I sold 10 years back. I bought a house in Four Seasons in Seychelles. Okay. So, but all these purchases have not made me happy.
So do you think that people can also increase their IQ level by doing some sort of short-term?
Yeah, we run a program. See, I'll tell you. Erectile dysfunction starts 2 years before your heart problem. So we are going to announce in October, we will fix your erectile dysfunction. We will fix your heart issues, preventive health. And then we will also, suppose your intelligence is 1x, we will improve it by 3x, all in 90 days.
How is it possible?
It's possible.
How come?
No, I will explain you. For 1.5 lakhs. And you know what is the great thing about it? if you feel that your intelligence is not improved, or if your erectile dysfunction problem is not solved, in fact, we don't know whether we can legally we call it as always on, and your health has not improved, okay, we don't charge you, free. Of course, you pay for the test, which is not absorbable by IO. So we strongly believe the entire people's health can be improved by the wellness journey. And we will keep on reminding people that wellness is not the opposite of illness, it is absent of illness. We will keep on reminding people that you don't need to do running towards your grave. Please walk slowly and do breathing and sleep so that you live longer to sleep. Live longer, live younger, die younger. That is our motivation.
How do you increase the IQ by 3x in a span of 90 days?
See, this is my concept, and we give scientific evidence. But this is not to create competitors, 100,000 people in India for me. I told you, See, I used to, I am like a girl. I need to dress less, but I need to cover important points. Okay. So allow me to keep that till I sell the company. After that, we will have one more podcast.
How much are you planning to sell the company for? How much are you planning to sell the company for?
Starting price 8 billion.
But I am open.
And I am open to go up to 20 billion, depending upon people who buy.
After how many years?
5 years.
So you think you will be able to scale this to $5 billion?
Think like this. People who got stent in this country, they will develop calcification in front of the stent and the end of the stent. Who is going to help them? People who got diabetes, who is going to help them to reverse their diabetes and do the hand holding? We have more than 18 proprietary services. That day I worked on ChatGPT, it gave me a valuation of 140 billion to me.
140 billion?
Billion.
How come?
Because it says in India that much of opportunities. I am taking businesses which no one will touch, no one will take the risk.
So there's no one doing this in the industry right now?
They are not stupid to make a suicide. Siva is the only guy. Either I am intelligent or stupid, the time will tell. The smell of the flower will be known only by when you smell the flower. In Tamil, 40 years before, when I gave an interview to Business Standard, I told Sushila Ravindranath, allow me to tell this in Tamil, Poga pogathan theriyum inda poovin vasanai puriyum. As the time goes, the smell of the flower you will realize. So, whether my decision of entering into wellness, specifically certified wellness, and whether my entering into the business of reducing your biological age and the rate of aging by using epigenetic testing, all these will pay off. Time will tell. But I have a strong belief that not only I will make my money, I will contribute to India's health. I will contribute to India's wealth. More important, I will contribute to all the Gen Zs to build resilience, soft skills, and success in their life. I will teach them how to be healthy and how to build wealth, and I will teach them how to enjoy that wealth. And I will teach all the men how to love their wife and to take care of their wife in real way, not by lip service. That is why in the month of September, any male who take a test with IO, I told them we will do 2 free tests to their wife. So people ask me, suddenly why you said that I will do? I said, you are not taking care of your wife. Let my sisters, I'll take care. That is what your brother will do. That is what your son will do. But I am yet to see a son or a brother or husband, routinely helping this woman to have a woman's good health. And throughout the world, where woman's health is good, woman is treated with respect, those countries have prospered. So I would like India to change their attitude towards women. Give freedom, give health, share the wealth, enjoy your life with them, is my concept.
So today you think it is not happening in India, right?
If it is happening, why Siva has to say all these things in a podcast? When did you took a test to your mother? In your case, you would not have himself taken. Have you loved yourself for a single day? You would have loved others. While growing up, you loved everyone. But you forgot to love yourself. But since you are Gen Z, change now. Listen to me, don't follow me. Whatever I said, pick and choose. You have an option, there is no compulsion. And if you follow, you have an advantage of using it for next 70 years. Because you are guaranteed to live till 95. Whether you will live without health problems, that is a question mark. How many years you live is called lifespan. How many years you live without sickness, called health span. But these 2 spans are not important. I am calling all Gen Zs to follow one more thing. It is called joy span. Please enjoy your life. Everyone will teach you. Don't buy expensive car, expensive cloth, expensive food. Don't visualize yourself spending money, enjoying. All are bullshit. Have as many holidays you want. Buy the best cloth you like. Eat the best food. Enjoy luxury if you like. If you like simplicity, enjoy the simplicity. But enjoy. That is a word underlined. Because what you enjoyed is yours. What you have left is for others.
How did you enjoy your life?
Leave. I enjoyed everything. And as I told you, when I die, I don't want to leave any money to anybody.
So how did you enjoy your life? Give me some
I enjoyed
examples.
everything. Imagine,
Like
if it is 2,000 bottle champagne, I drank. If it is 5,000 per head food, I enjoyed. I enjoyed good dress. I enjoyed everything. There is nothing in this world which Siva has not enjoyed.
Private jet.
Anything. Forget about jet. Jet is one thing. I enjoyed sharing with people. I enjoyed caring the people. The business I am doing, I am enjoying to improve your health. I enjoy in making a blueprint for your wealth. I am the only biohacker, only mentor in the world who is helping you to build your health and wealth and teaching you everything to enjoy. I am the only consultant, call it in anything, in any name you want. I am the only guy who is teaching you to practice selfishness. See, you have the raw material, but you don't know how to create a final product. Think of you know 26 English letter, but you don't know how to write a Shakespeare using that English letter. Do Siva knows? No. But what Siva wants you to know is how to write that using the raw material you already have. Every raw material for building a good health or wealth you already have. So all I am requesting is use your own brain to improve your health and wealth and happiness and have a joy span. Whenever the word joy span comes to you, think of me.
What was the cost of the island that you bought?
You are worried about costing. I told you about affordability.
Yeah, but
you are still asking cost. No, I don't remember. I sold everything. If you ask what is the price of the pant I am wearing, I can tell you.
Okay.
Those are gone. See, it is like a pawn bida that I spit and thrown. You are talking about the bida which I have forgotten. Okay. See, I am like a saint. I was taking a bath in a river and a nude girl was trashed out in the river. She has fallen. She doesn't know swimming. Even though I am a saint, okay, I took that girl and put it in the show. Then the next day when I went for class to my disciples, they asked me, you are a saint, how do you touch the girl? I told them that I left them in the show yesterday itself. You are still not getting out of your mind. You are still questioning me, what is the caste? The island itself gone. So why I should worry about the caste? I don't think of the past. I follow resilience. I only think of the future in the present sense. If you ask me a question, okay, which year I want to buy a plane, that I will answer. What is the house I am planning to buy, I will answer you. Ask futuristic question.
A lot of people have desire to make 100 crores, but not everyone can make it.
No. Lot of people have a desire baked by education and knowledge, and convert that knowledge into action, you will make it. See, it is a scientific formula. If 3 plus 4 is 7, it is for you also 3 plus 4 is 7. For Siva also it is 7. And for everybody it is 7. Input is money, output is money. Okay, your business creates the value addition. Okay, start practicing it. See, why everyone can make 100 crore? Can I give an example what the Gen Z can understand easily and relate it? See, you are in Chennai. You want to reach Himalayas. You know what is the simplest equation? Every one of you will reach Himalayas. Just take the right foot and put in front of the left foot, and then take the left foot and put it in front of the right foot. Repeat it several crore times. You are in Himalayas. Only you have to make sure that the direction is correct. Otherwise, you will end up in Kanyakumari. Now, if you are going to argue with me, no, how is it possible? You can go, but the other guy cannot go. Other guy, as long as he knows to walk and he can do this repetitive action, he will also reach Himalayas. Unless you sabotage and break his legs and make him unable to walk, that is a different question. Now you understand why the entire Gen Z can make money. Repetitive action. You make one action, find out that action makes money for you, repeat it. Don't stop. The problem with our people is they have a constipation in their brain. They don't repeat. They make money, they are satisfied. They get distraction. Once you get money, focus only on making money. Okay, that is how all the people in India broke. There's a city I don't want to name because then they will brand me. Most of them went to infrastructure business. They never had money. They borrowed from our financial institutions, including the margins. Some people were creative. They said, why should I borrow from the financial institution only for my margin money? Let me also improve my wealth. They borrowed more money and they built huge houses. They conducted the marriages of the children with 200 crore, 300 crore. They built infrastructure company and they made money and they repaid the money. That is why I call deception is a part of business. And if you don't have that skill, why you blame them? Look at the history. See, right now, drugs are illegal. Once upon a time, not long ago. In India, drugs were legal. At that time, many people did business. They brought drugs from other countries and sold in India. They made money. They started business. They've become very big group. Do we talk about the past? No. When it is legal, it's legal. See, many people will confuse with ethical things. That is why I have a philosophy. When it comes to love, when it comes to war, when it comes to business, there are no rules, except we should follow the rules.
That's very deep.
See, without getting into any problems, legal issues for myself, I have given you an idea.
So if we just talk about improving in our lives, okay, and all the youth who are watching this, can you suggest like 2 or 3 actions that we should do so that we can also like improve in our lives?
Why you are restricting only to youth? I will give you a simplest idea for the entire 140 crore people in India to improve.
Okay, awesome.
In fact, what I am going to tell will help the entire 5 billion people in the world to improve. Develop a desire. Harvard conducted a study and they came out. The 2 qualities you require is develop a desire to need anything. If you develop a desire to buy an apartment, you will buy an apartment. The desire is important. Okay? Desire to live, desire to buy, desire to enjoy, desire to be a nice human being. So have any kind of desire. Second thing is develop a skill to sell something. What is basically people are doing? They sell you something. You watch a YouTube video, you watch a Instagram, you watch a speech of an industrialist. Either he sells his service or he is selling himself. They are all like Siva. What I am doing in your podcast, I am selling myself. Do I have a desire? Yes. I already expressed you my desire that I want to sell my company for 8 billion or more. Okay. So when you develop a desire and develop skills to sell something, and then many people will say, I don't have skill to sell. Remember, salesmen are not born. They are trained. So go for a course, price, or watch a free YouTube. How to become a salesman. How to handle objections. Most of the people make a mistake in sales. They try to sell a drill bit to a person who doesn't want hole. He will not buy. If I want to sell a drill bit to you, a German drill bit, 98% discount, you will not buy. Not that the 98% discount is attractive to you, because you have no requirement for a hole. But on the contrary, if you have a requirement to make a hole in your table or in your wall, then if I give you 10% discount and explain my product will do a good job for you, you will buy. So you understand the process of sales. Then try and market and sell. 100% you will fail a few times. But it is like trying to learn to ride a bicycle. You will fall because you won't balance on the first 10 minutes. But once you know how to ride a bicycle, even if you ride a bicycle after 5 years, you will ride. It is like swimming. Once you learn swimming, 5 years you don't practice. You jump into the swimming pool, you will swim. So it comes naturally.
Can you give me an example from your journey? You sold something very nicely and how did you sell it?
I sold myself on the first day itself. I find a requirement and then I will come out with a concept what to sell them. Okay. If you are thirsty, I will sell you water. If you are hungry, I will sell food. If you want to improve in your life, I will sell you the concept and ideas to you. If you want a good health, I will sell supplements and tests to you. Okay. I will sell anything to you once understand what you require. And I will sell it at a price that you will love. With the service, I will give you what you will love. Okay. But same time, I will understand my customer is important and he is not intelligent. He will not know what is good for him. So I will educate him. And then I will sell my product or service to him. And India is a great country. The fastest growing country in the world now. And everything is possible in India. So we are quite happy to sell.
So you're saying that in order to sell, first you need to understand what is the problem that the customer is facing and then selling.
What is the problem I am solving? Or what is the happiness I am going to give? Or am I saving his time? Or am I improving him? Or will I help him to make more money? He is not worried about you. Okay. He may not practice selfishness to improve his health and wealth, but he will use his selfishness to not to buy. So you understand what is his requirement and fulfill his requirement. You get a customer.
So how difficult was it for you to sell your company when you said that you had an offer?
My companies are bought. I never sell. I don't follow what I preach. See, my products are not sold. They are bought. Can you show me any presentation where I sell people anything? No. See, my standards are high. I am not asking your viewers to follow my standards. See, I follow Sivaism, my own principles. And because of my age, I have wisdom. So I use the wisdom. See, I don't do two things in my life. I never borrow money from people. In the last 68 years, I have never borrowed personally from anyone. If any of your viewers, most of them will be Indians. I have never borrowed internationally also. My companies would have borrowed, but I don't borrow.
Why?
Because I believe, why should I borrow? Even when I was young, I will never borrow money to buy a car or buy a house. I will say, if I don't have money, let me not have a car. If I don't have money, let me not have a house. See, I am trained in a Hindu, undivided, conservative family. When I was young, I won't even accept a free meal. That is how traditionally my parents brought me. My parents always said, you have a right to give a gift or you can share it with others what you have. But never ask in return from others as a debt or sharing. So I don't do.
Wow.
I don't do reciprocation. Like, I buy a meal for you, then you should buy a meal for me. No. Siva will buy for you. In return, you don't need to buy anything. So when I design a product, I make it so attractive. It has to be bought. That is a personal concept of mine. I'm not asking Gen Z to follow that. But if you choose to follow, you don't need to pay royalty to me. Please follow.
No, but that is a good approach in the sense that, let's say, if you are asking, let's say your companies are being bought, which means that the product is so great that you don't need to sell out loudly,
Yes.
right? So that is again another point where, let's say, if someone wants to learn selling, what I understand from you is that instead of selling hardcore, make the product so good that you don't need to sell only.
Yeah, it is will be bought. I follow that Reader's Digest policy. When I was young, at the age of 12, Reader's Digest book, when I read, it said people bought, not sold. So I liked that concept.
So what's your entire thought process on the mental health problem that a lot of youth are facing?
Today the biggest problem in Gen Z is mental health. There are two problems in India. I don't know why people want to recognize or accept. See, in IO, as a mentor, I see applications. I have fever. Please give me a day. No one writes in IO to me or IO to the company that I am not feeling well mentally. I want to take one day off. It is a form of illness. Depression is most prevalent in India. So my request to Gen Z people is, please accept it without any shame and treat it and get rid of mental illness. Go to any artificial intelligence apps and record how do you feel and ask, are you having mental health? Then try. But since I am a biohacker, I can give you a tip which will help you to get out of mental illness. Take 100 milligram to 200 milligram of saffron, add 250 ml of hot water and drink continuously for 5 days. Okay. If it works for you, then continue for 1 more month. It is equivalent to Prozac. I won't say it is Prozac, a tablet which Americans take to get out of their mental stress. Okay. Most of the Europeans also take. Okay. But Prozac has got side effect. Saffron does not have side effect. But the right thing is, go and consult a mental doctor. Mental health is very important because remember this one line, change your thinking and change your life. You should change your thinking about mental health and physical health and change your life. Once you change your thinking, success is guaranteed to you.
You said in one of the podcasts that if you are rich, you should eat blueberries, and if you are poor, you should eat pomegranate.
Right now I changed that also. If you are poor, eat moringa powder, moringa leaves. It is also good. But for protein, all vegetarians, okay, please eat urad dal without removing the skin. The skin gives you anthocyanin and fiber. You soak 100 gram of the previous day in water and take it. That will help you. Also eat broccoli, also eat cauliflower and orange sweet potato. The difference between ordinary sweet potato and orange sweet potato is orange sweet potato have got 1410 times more vitamin A in the same quantity. So please do. And then if you are eating spinach or any greens, kirai, I don't know what is called in other languages, boil it and just leave the water, throw the water, because the spinach has got oxalates, which will create kidney stones for you. To avoid that kidney stone, because most of the people in India are now getting into problem of kidney stone. Okay, throw the water, so put the things. And if you feel that you are getting kidney stone, check in any of this Google or any AI whether the food that you are taking is having oxalates, and try.
Oxalates,
which causes you thin needle like glass needle and creates a problem by making a stone or affecting your health.
What are your daily food habits? How many meals do you have in a day? What kind of food
I
do you
eat
have?
only 2 meals a day, 3 times green tea or Darjeeling First Flush. Okay, when I wake up in the morning, I go and see the sun so that my circadian rhythm is fixed, my health is fixed. I would tell Gen Z, please follow that. That will improve your health. Then I do a grateful practice. Then I think what is the 3 things that I will achieve today. So that mental planning with the clarity. Then I go and take a 2-minute cold water bath. Okay, just a shower. In case you are not in a position to take a 2-minute cold water shower, take 1 kilo of ice from your fridge, put 1 liter of water and put it in your foot or palm or put your face into that for 1 minute. That will give you cold adaptation and start your energy. When you go and see open space for 5 minutes walk, your cortisol will go up. You are ready to face the day. And then eat your protein first. The thing is so simple. Eating the protein first helps you to control your glycemic control by 30%. And then eat some vegetables to get your fiber. This protein can come from egg whites or chicken, lamb, or from urad dal, paneer, anything. It doesn't matter whether vegetarian or non-vegetarian. If you are vegetarian, to improve your health, there is no need for you to convert to become a non-vegetarian. Okay. And if you are a non-vegetarian, you don't need to become vegetarian. You can eat vegetables. Okay. You can eat all vegetables, whatever is available, seasonal, cheaper, and you can cook. The only thing is, don't fry the vegetable. You can grill it, you can microwave it, you can steam it, you can boil it, you can broil it. No issues. Eat this. And take handful of nuts. For example, 6 almonds will do. If you can afford, take 1 Brazil nut for the selenium, but don't take more than 1 Brazil nut. High selenium is as bad as with no selenium. And then, if you can afford, have handful bunch of blueberries or pomegranate for your heart health. If you can afford, take an anthocyanin tea. 1 gram of anthocyanin with 5 gram of glycine and a Himalayan salt. Okay, and put a 10 gram of soluble fiber in the drink and take it as a tea. Okay, I recommend this for anybody who is more than 50 years. But if you can afford, for Gen Z also is good. And then start working. When you work for 45 minutes, take a 15 minutes rest or do something different which will relax you. And then your peak time of working is between 9 to 11. But if you want to do podcast or anything, attend. The peak time is 11 to 1. And the good time for exercise is 4 to 5 p.m. or first thing in the morning. Okay. Walk for 30 minutes. That is a fee you pay to live. See, you buy an expensive car. But when you want to go in a high speed, you go to a freeway or, that the toll booth. You are willing to pay the fee. Like that, the 30 minutes of walking is a fee you pay to live healthy. 3 times in a week, do resistance training. Basically, stimulation you do. When you stimulate a muscle and eat protein, you get muscle building, protein synthesis. And then stop drinking coffee, tea, any caffeine at 1 p.m. onwards. But if you are a guy who drinks coffee, try to drink a black coffee or black tea And that also, when you drink for 30 days, don't drink for 3 days so that your adenosine receptors, okay, will allow you to enjoy the full benefit of that caffeine. So every 30 days drink, 3 days don't drink. You may get slight headache. Don't take any tablets for that. Allow your body. Then drink again for 30 days. That will give you a lot of energy. And most important, be joyful so that you get a joy span. At the end of the day, in your life, you need joy. Without joy, there is no point in having a lifespan or health span. The whole purpose of your life is to enjoy yourself. And what you enjoyed is yours. And ask yourself, are you getting joy span?
How many hours in a day do you work?
I don't work. I do activities for my success. So it became a way of life for me. I'm a crazy guy. When I am awake, I am grateful to God because 300,000 people have died yesterday in the night when I was sleeping, and I have not died. Then I start working for others' PD. For me, I don't consider working. Okay, I am practicing and I am working towards my success. So every day when I walk till I go to sleep. I told you, repetitive actions makes you successful. So you continue to walk as long as you walk.
Right. One last question, which is a tricky one, which I ask all my guests. If you were in the shoes of Kushal Lodha and if you were interviewing Siva sir, what is one question you would like to ask him towards the end?
I don't ask any questions. I use empathy. Okay. See, everybody is uniquely different. Okay. So the question is, what are you unique? What is that you want to contribute to the world? Are you the problem or are you the solution provider? Ask yourself and don't answer. The other people will tell you. That is the answer.
Yeah. Very, very deep. Thank you so much for doing this, sir. Had an
Thank you.
amazing time. And thank you so much for being so candid, so frank.
Yeah.
I've had one of the most amazing conversations throughout my podcasting journey.
Thank
You
you.
are an amazing storyteller and I really learned a lot from you. Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much for doing this. अगर आपको ये वीडियो पसंद आया होगा तो I'll request you to share it with all your friends and subscribe to our channel so that we can give you more value additive content in the shortest amount of time. हमको ये बताइए कि आपको कौन से काइंड ऑफ गेस्ट चाहिए, हमको ये बताइए कि कौन से क्वेश्चंस मुझे नहीं पूछने चाहिए थे, कौन से क्वेश्चंस मुझे और पूछने चाहिए थे ताकि आपको और ज्यादा वैल्यू मिल सके, और कौन से ऐसे पार्ट्स हैं जो आपको बिल्कुल पसंद नहीं आए ताकि हम लोग ये पार्ट स्ट्रीम कर सके फ्यूचर एपिसोड्स में. सो थैंक यू so much once again for watching this episode and keep sharing all our episodes with your friends and keep giving us feedback so that we can improve and come up with better quality content.